Well, hi again, everyone. I'm Mitchell Hadley, author of Darkness in Prime Time: How Classic Era TV Foresaw Modern Society's Descent into Hell. And I thought we'd take a look today at another one of those missing shows from TV's past. One of the shows that carries an important message that was recognized in its time as perhaps one of the most important television shows of the decade, and yet today remains completely unknown. The program in question is called The Investigation. It's based on an early 1960s play by Peter Weiss, and it tells the story of the Auschwitz War Crime trials. Now, these aren't the same trials that you might have seen in Judgment at Nuremberg. These dealt specifically with the crimes that were committed at Auschwitz by the guards, by the soldiers, against the Jewish prisoners. When it was shown in April of 1967, critics praised it lavishly. Many of them thought that it was the most powerful show they had seen ever. One of them compared its impact to Hitchcock's horror film Psycho in terms of the way it made them feel. Everyone agreed it was an instant classic. Its power, its ability to go behind the scenes and look at the human condition, to talk about what Hannah Arendt had described as the banality of evil. It was a look at how easy it becomes for normal men and women to become monsters, and to ask the question, how was this allowed to happen? Why didn't the Jews fight back? What did the Germans do afterward? Are they really an evil race, or does it say more about the human condition? In other words, perfect topics for Darkness in Prime Time. Now, this was lauded, as I say. It was written about by all the TV critics. There was an article about it in TV Guide. It was such an important program that NBC originally scheduled it to broadcast on a Friday night. But when it was pointed out that Jewish viewers would not be able to watch it because of the Sabbath, they decided to broadcast it again the following Sunday. So in the course of just 3 days, it was shown twice. And it packed a wallop, and it has never been seen since. If you go on the internet, if you go to the Internet Movie Database, if you do any kind of a global search, you will find out about the play, you will find out about a couple of adaptations for the movies, you'll find out about a BBC production of it, but you will not see one word about NBC's production, about a show that critics thought could become an annual presentation. You won't find a thing about it in the NBC archives. You won't find a thing about it in the IMDb. The only mention you'll see of it is a mention that it doesn't exist anywhere. Well, I can't explain that. I really can't. The only other information you'll find is if you go to a source like newspapers.com, where there are literally dozens of articles talking about the making of the play, about its meaning, about its impact, about what it means for contemporary society, and why this is an issue that shouldn't be forgotten. And of course, we've forgotten all about the program. But not here, not now. I've brought that program back to life in the pages of Darkness in Prime Time. I hope you'll read about it, and you'll find out how classic TV does carry a message that's important for our times, and how, after reading this book, you'll never look at television the same way again. I'll be back with more videos taking a backstage look at some of the programs here and about how the book was assembled. But until then, I'm Mitchell Hadley. Look forward to joining you again soon. Thanks a lot.